Nchongo kongati muli na mafoni yemfuno yanka muyankire turo muyapake pasai apatika yamba sifuna mafoni yo.
Ready.
Thank you very much, members of the press, for your quick response and short notice. Allow me first of all to acknowledge the presence of senior members of Patriotic Front and Tonse Alliance, our Vice Chair, Honorable Jim Kapata, Senior MCC, Honorable Professor Kandruo, Honorable Elizabeth Piri, Provincial Chair, Honorable Makukula, Honorable Member of Parliament for Fera, Mayors, Provincial Leaders, let me just say all protocols observed. We also have leaders from the tractor who have partnered with us in this very crucial by-election in Petauke. This press briefing has been called to address two critical issues. We are just a day away or 2 days away from the poll, where the people of Petauke are expected to, express themselves through the vote on who should be their representative after the misfortune that they have suffered with their favorite member of parliament, Honorable J.J. Bana. We have been observing with keen interest activities that the UPND are undertaking, that clearly they have refused to change course when it comes to how they participate in elections. What they did in Kawambwa, what they have been doing in all by-elections that they have participated in as a ruling party, clearly they have heightened those activities, and these activities have to do with using violence, intimidation, manipulation of votes, by way of chasing out of polling stations monitors, agents for their competitors, so that they can remain by themselves and do whatever they can do, starting from swapping the results. They'll get the results of the opposition and they offer themselves. Sometimes they actually even get rid of the agents at the point where the votes are about to be counted. So they count all the votes that have been, or ballots that have been cast, in their favor. And to that effect, we got information with evidence of the fact that there are 3 wards they are targeting to try and manipulate the vote. The ward were in Minga area, the ward in Chief Mumbi area, and another ward where they are targeting specific polling stations to send thugs, first of all, to intimidate voters. And yesterday, under the supervision of Levi Ngoma and others, there are busloads of cadres that have come from Lusaka, Rosa buses, that traveled all night, and they have arrived this morning. And their mandate is to cause mayhem in Petauke. They will want to undertake violent activities in Nyika ward, which is basically the highly populated ward in Petauke here in town, meant to intimidate voters. 2 Hilux vehicles were seen and identified, offloading pangas and other weapons at a named lodge here in Petauke. And we want to urge and appeal to the police I don't know whether the way the appeal is the correct one, especially that we have an IG who is Asian, and I don't think he is one that knows what he's supposed to do and what professionalism means. But we want to demand that the police be professional here in Petauke. There is a lodge whose last name is Mwanza, Smart Mwanza Lodge. If they are serious about curbing violence in this by-election, let them go and search at that particular lodge. In Kawambwa, when we attempted to help the police to point them to where weapons were being kept, those who went to lead them to search that lodge ended up being arrested and charged with the unbearable offenses. Today we are saying go and search this lodge. Chimwemwe Lodge, where the UPND are based. There are many activities that are taking place there. We have youths that have come from Copperbelt and they are known. We have youths and thugs that have come from Lusaka, some from Chivolia, some from Intercity, and they are known. We are also aware that last week, my counterpart, Secretary General for UPND, Imenda, had a meeting where he disclosed that Misaka in the HLM had phoned him to tell him that he doesn't want to hear anything to do with violence in this by-election. And that in that meeting he opted to also call the police so that they can hear for themselves those directives to UPND. And that the police should be able to arrest both the opposition as well as the ruling party cadres if they engage in violence. But Levi Ngoma is determined to defy those directives. Or maybe we suspect that those directives were just meant for PR because we had the UN Human Rights Rapporteur, Madam Khan, who was in the country and they wanted to show a picture that they are democratic and peaceful and that they don't infringe on human rights and freedoms of expression and association. If that call was genuine, would want that Petauke goes through, these elections go through without any incident of violence. Vantu waku Petauke, ngawa Tonse Alliance, ngawa Patriotic Front, na wa NCP, pamoja na a candidate watu wa Jehovah Jaire, wa Simon Banda, tipempa kuti tisebenzere pamoja. UPND abweresa vigewenga kuchoka kulusaka na kwina mabasi amene yaitaniwa kuti enrich buses imozi na nyamuna makadazo amene wabwera kuno na marosa ena ngachoka kulusaka vonse vachita kuti wabwerese musokonezo na violence muno Petauke. Momenti nakambira kale kuno Petauke sindise mbuli ya ngawafuna obweresa msokonezo tenekera tisite defend. So tipe mpakuti ngani pano panyika mtown wa UPND akabweresa msokonezo na ndeo. Let's defend ourselves and defend our vote. Nga kulikuina kwa mene wa UPND wazaenda whether ni kuminga kwa chifu Mumbi na enda ngumawaji amene wachita target kuti wapelekeko violence. Ndiye program inayewa bweresa manje hapa kuti bapeze njira amene bangabere mu mavote, because veka wana chita analyze nice just like we have analyzed. They know that as it stands up manje, so Tonse Alliance candidate Ali Simon Banda awina kale by over 65%. By UPND are trending at 30%. Then when anguma political parties are 5%. But they want to use violence to intimidate and also to manipulate this vote. Let's all condemn violence. Abash violence, abash. Abash. And here in Petauke, violence will not work for UPND. Nipe mpadi onsa zanya muna apanga olokapena zafuna kuchitandeo uyo mundu safunika na kumpasa vote na ngula pangono iyai. So mkamverako chabe kuti no uko kwankala violence yaba UPND. Make sure that kwa mene kujandika kwenye maenda tengere maziro yonse because we will not tolerate violence. So let the people of Petauke cooperate with Tonse Alliance and make sure we prevent UPND in using violence in Petauke to manipulate the vote. Let the will of the people of Petauke prevail and be the one that will triumph on 6th February, which is just this coming Thursday. Thank you very much and may God bless. Any questions? In case you have questions, members of the press.
I just have you officially reported the, especially the information you've released that there are named lodge, Smart Mans and Shimwemu, where these activities are happening. Have you officially reported to the police that information?
The first point of call in providing checks and balances to the ruling party is to use the fourth estate. And the fourth estate is very critical in disseminating not only information, but bringing to the authorities and the others, bringing issues to their attention so that they can act upon them. Obviously, being responsible citizens, our officials are going to officially launch our complaints at the police and caution the police, because usually what the police tell us when we go there and say this is what is happening, they will tell you no, those are just rumors. They always want to act when it is too late. So at this particular stage we are saying, can you be armed with this information and prevent mayhem and bloodshed? Funse ameni funo pempa chabe kuli Bruruwanga Levingo Mapasinda. Surely Levi Nanzan muzafuna kuti muchekecheke abruru watu kunu just because of a vote. Are you sure, being political advisor to our president, HH, you want to preside over an election which will be full of bloodbath, especially that it involves your brothers and sisters? Is that what you want to do? Is your conscience free to even allow the importation of cadres and the thugs that have been transported to Petauke to come and maim your own relatives? Are you sure you are going to go to sleep tonight and sleep tomorrow night and sleep even after the bloodbath and go back proudly that I'm a political advisor to President HH when such activities take place in Petauke? I am appealing to you and appealing to your conscience. Stop what you are doing. Mike Imposha, stop what you are doing. Andrich, stop what you are doing. This country deserves peace. What is happening in the region should be able to speak to every patriotic Zambian that we don't deserve to start sowing seeds of discord, violence that can lead this country into chaos. Stop those activities. Let the elections go on peacefully without any incidents. Let the people of Petauke speak through the vote and not through violence and pangas. Thank you very much.